Hey, the pro shooter. Happy Sunday. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. Happy Sunday. Hey, forgiven. Happy Sunday, y'all. How's everybody doing? How was y'all weekend? How are y'all doing? Hey, Mr. BS. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Yeah, I don't know why to me I look darker. And there's no sun in Ohio, so I'm not tanning. Hey, Kat. Happy Sunday. How are you? How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Wow, I'm tired. That's how my weekend was. You good? I'm tired. I've been doing a lot. Yesterday I spent all day retying my locks, and I do mean all day. Busy as usual. Me too. And it's because that's not what I do. It's not my thing. So with the winters in Ohio, my loctician, she moved like an hour, a little bit, about an hour, a little bit more than an hour away from me. And I was like, ah. So my friend was like, oh, she's a loctician, and she's like, I could send you a tool if you want to try to do it yourself. And I'm like, I can try, cause I don't be wanting. I don't want to drive in the snow and the ice trying to get my hair done. So this is my second time doing it. The first time I broke it up into days. Yesterday I was like, I was determined to get it done in one day, and I promise y'all, I spent all day. You can have some of this. I can please send it. Please send it, Mr. BS. Hey, Liddy B. Thank you. Liddy B is who sent me the tool to do it myself. So yeah. And I waited way too long to do it. So that's what took made it take so long because I had to do so many rotations. So whole thing, y'all, whole thing. Listening while driving. Be safe, Liddy. So yeah, I actually have so y'all know on Sundays I try to set the mindset for the week. So today, well, actually Friday was the first day I did. I was talking to a friend that's part of the prepping community, and she was out and about taking care of some stuff, grabbing some things just to kind of be stocked up, just to be, on top of things. Hey, fam. Happy Sunday. I can't wait for sunshine. Me neither, Cat. It's been raining. Yes. Well, it's been raining here too. We had 4 days of it so far. Yep. And I mean, my yard is like a swamp. So thank you, Liddy. Thank you. Girl, I did my best. That's what I'm going to say. um, but she was, hey, Jamaica, happy Sunday. Um, so she was out getting some things, trying to, stock up just to be on the safe side, with the whole tariff thing, and in case prices start going up on stuff. And I always prep. For those who don't know, I always do. So I always have like stock of stuff. But I was low on a couple things. So I was like, you know what? I might hit up Sam's Club on my way home and go ahead and get a couple things. Um, and so I did. So I went and got some water, Gatorade, personal hygiene stuff, all that kind of stuff. Kind of stocked up on it. Then I went again today because I didn't get some things Friday that I thought about. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should get those things too. So that's what our topic is going to be today. That's going to be the mindset for the week, is being ready, getting prepared. Don't be waiting. Y'all see what's going on with these eggs. I was in the store today because I need to get some things to prep for my week of what I eat for my lunches. and I looked at them eggs and I left them right where they were sitting because what? I just can't deal. I just can't deal with eggs being 6, 7, $8 a dozen. What? That just don't resonate with me. I don't even like eggs enough for that because I don't even eat them enough. So I left them. I left them right where they were sitting. But I do prep. I don't know if y'all saw. So I know some of y'all did saw my video that dropped today. A series that I wanted to do, kind of run back. I did it years ago. I mean years, like maybe 6, 7, maybe even 8 years ago. I did $5 meals for a family of four, and or maybe I just did $5 family meals. I can't remember how it was, but you ain't getting no meal for $5 these days. So I challenged myself to see if I could do it for 10, and I did. So if you saw my video earlier, you saw that I did a meal for 10. You saw what my complete grocery haul was, what my meal plans were, and I made it do what it do. And they're filling meals, they're full meals. These are dinners, just dinners. I can definitely do breakfast for that price, but this was just dinners. Hey Fifi, happy Sunday. It's time for you to get some chickens. Bam. I be thinking about it, but my yard is so little. I need to be your neighbor, Jamaica. Oh, but I'm like, it may just have to. It just may have to be what it have to be because I have looked at coops again, literally in the last couple weeks. So I really have been thinking about it. I really have because it's twofold. I don't eat a lot of them myself, but then I could sell them. So I love that idea for you, $10 meals, not just to save money, but new. Yes, yes, it does. It does give you new ideas as well of things that you may not have thought of making. Um, but I was able to do multiple meals at actually the first round, which dropped today. I think those were like $9.15 a meal, a dinner. And the one that dropped today, I don't even want to say what it was. Y'all go watch it if you haven't. Hey TLC, I know she watched it because she commented. How you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. But a lot of people who, first of all, a lot of times we buy stuff at the store that's convenient. So we won't necessarily buy things that we're cooking and making whole meals. We're doing things for convenience, which is why I also show how you can freezer meal prep the same stuff that you're buying that's conveniently packaged up for you. You could do that yourself for way less and get multiple meals for the price that you would pay for like an entree somewhere. So what up, David? Happy Sunday. Hey, Sunshine. Happy Sunday. Hey, Happy Mac. Happy Sunday. So, yeah, I have some old videos on meal prepping, but I do have some videos coming that I'm going to do with some freezer meal prep because I freezer meal prep all the time. So usually if I'm going to do it, I'll record it and drop the video. Some people have seen it, some people have not, because I pretty much meal prep kind of the same stuff. So it's not going to be different stuff, but I show how I do it, and I don't necessarily do it the same way every time. So I do Meal prep the same stuff like meatloaf, meatballs, ground beef. Ground beef is one of those things that I will, the actual ground beef that I'm cooking that I will use for like tacos and pastas and stuff like that. I will cook it and freeze it. I will ground it up, cook it, freeze it. Meatloaf and meatballs I don't pre-cook. You can. My one of my friends, she preps as well. She does pre-cook hers. I just don't. I I just put everything in them that I put in mine, and then I freeze it that way. I put it on a cookie sheet, let it freeze on some parchment paper, just enough for me to be able to put it in vacuum seal bags. I vacuum seal it up. Now with my meatloafs, I don't even vacuum seal them. And I have shown, I think it's in a short, but I have shown where I had taken a meatloaf that I had froze almost, it was either almost a year or maybe a year before I cooked it. And it's still, you can look, I show it before I actually cook it. The meat's still red, it's still, looks fresh. It you just freeze it up that way. Hey Thomas, happy Sunday. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Hey Miss Cassandra, happy Sunday. So that is the mindset that we are going into the week with. We are going into the week with a mindset of being ready, which can mean prepping in some type of way, and just being ready. Don't get caught off guard with all the things that are about to come. If you have space in your home, I have a basement, so I have an upright freezer in my basement. And I actually used to have a fridge down there that I gave to my daughter when they moved into a house, and now she's moving to another city and she wants to bring it back. And I was like, sure. So now I will have another fridge in my basement as well. I have a fridge and a freezer, and then my fridge that's upstairs. And I stock them bad boys. The freezer part anyway. I stock them. I prep things and have them in there. I don't like having to be out there with a lot of hustle and bustle of shopping. So when I go, I stock up so that I don't have to go for a while. So I typically go to Costco and get a lot of my meat, and I stock it up. So I might go to Costco twice a year to do my stock up. Maybe. I don't even know. Maybe twice. So yeah. Thank you, David. I'm just prepping like I've lost my mind. Me too. Happy Mac. Me too. I some people probably I have had people come into my basement before, like to do work in the basement, and they'd be like, are you prepping for an apocalypse or something? No. But I'll tell you what, when the pandemic happened, guess who didn't have to leave my house? I didn't have to go look for toilet paper. I didn't have to go look for paper towels. I didn't have to look for laundry soap. I didn't have to look for body wash. I didn't have to look for food. I didn't have to. Now, your stuff that kind of rotates in and out, you do. Hey, Homesteader Rachel, happy Sunday. You stocked up as well? Yes. Don't forget your powdered milk. No, ma'am. Some of my stuff has expired, but guess what? I'm still going to use my dry milk. I don't do milk, not regular. So I have oat milk right now, which has been one that I like. Before that, I like the cashew milk. I don't like the almond and I don't like the coconut so much, but I don't drink regular milk at all. And I haven't in a long, probably since I was a child. It bothers my tummy. I don't like it. You work for food, Rob. How you doing? Happy Sunday. I can't wait until I'm in the place where I can, yes, stock back up. Yes. Um, hey, Miss J.K. Gardner, got my family in the mindset of getting your pantry stock. Absolutely. And that's what they need to do. Um, I went out and got more toilet paper, didn't need to, but I did. Did. I like to have that kind of my toiletry stuff to where I don't have to go buy it for like a year. That's who I am. So today, what I had went back to get that I didn't think about. I happened to be in my basement doing laundry, and I was looking around. I'm like, oh, I don't have. I had like one box, one unopened, and one open box of both my freezer, gallon, and storage bags. No, gallon and quart. Child, I had one of each. Hey, Sassy. Happy Sunday. Who are you calling Big Bro? Are you talking to David? Um, but I was looking around and I was like, oh, I had the only laundry pods I had were the ones that I was using, which I had just opened it. It had 100 and some pods in it. Yes, I get it at Costco. I mean, I think I got those. I might have got those at Costco. Anyway, I'll get them at Sam's or Costco. I ain't, well, whoever got the better price. So I'm like, I know I had at least 100 or so in this container. Um, but I was like, yeah. And then I do have a few bottles of liquid laundry soap. But I was like, I think I need to get a couple, get another thing of the pods. And they had them on sale, so I got two. But I did get that. I got the freezer bags because I use them a lot when I'm prepping. And I got the freezer gallon and quart bags. Hey Tixie, happy Sunday. And I got the laundry soap. I got waters because I got waters Friday, but I got more waters today. Got Gatorade Friday. I got more Gatorade today because those are things I don't want to have to go back and get. Yes, I'm going to go through them. Hey, Howard J, happy Sunday. Yeah, I'm going to go through them, but I'm going to stock up as well. And I always do. Like if I get down to 10 cases of water, I get nervous. Yes, I did say 10. Yes, you heard me correctly. And I've been that way for a long time. And the sad part is now I get the 40 count cases. And back then, when I was really like uncomfortable getting under 10, I was getting the 24 count cases. That was before I had memberships at these big warehouse clubs. So, yeah. But Sunshine, that felt like judgment. She said, not shocked. I have over 3 planners. That felt like judgment. I left and came back because I heard take cases. Yes. Yes. So you went back to the store, Liddy? But yes, and Liddy know, like I have a mini fridge that is where I keep all the beverages that I have in my house. So if it's water, Gatorade, whatever it is, it's going to be in that mini fridge. And I keep it stocked up. So, yeah, some would say I'm a hoarder. Yeah, probably. But it's all in order and it's all in my basement and it's in my laundry room. So, my laundry room is literally the size of probably, it's actually bigger than this room I'm in. And this is a bedroom that I turned into my office. And this is a nice size bedroom. This one and the one across from it were my daughters. This was my oldest daughter's room, and then my baby girl, her room is over there. She has a queen size bed in her room with all that stuff, all the stuff, and have plenty of room after that. And my laundry room is bigger than that. So I have shelves along the walls, the wire shelves, and that's where I keep stuff at. But yeah. So some would say that, hey, Pepper Rookie, did he come in here? Um, but yes. So look, I need to stay out the chat. But some might say that they might look at it as hoarding, but I go through the things. I use everything that's down there. I don't have stuff that I'm not using. I use my toilet paper, I use my paper towels, I use my body wash, I use my laundry soap all the time. So yeah, I'm not just having it down there. Liddy, don't be judging me. But I don't just be having it down there. Everything that's there is stuff that I use, even food wise. I do stock up on a couple of things. I am good at war with some stuff. That sucks. Is Miss Sharon in here? Yes, she is. Hey, Miss Sharon. Happy Sunday. What was I about to say? But anyway, yes, I stock up on a lot of stuff though. Food, cleaning supplies, toiletries, all the things. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. That's it. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. I was listening. The chicken looked delicious, but I am still working. I know you. Yeah, she was like, that gravy's supposed to be on a biscuit. I do. I'm thinking about it, but I guess I should get some water. You should, Liddy B. You absolutely should. But yeah. I haven't seen Pepper Brookie coming yet. I mean, I'm not saying he hasn't. I just haven't seen it. They're beaming, and my lips are beaming. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, so that's the mindset that we are going into the week with. Most of us already garden. We haven't maybe started. Some of us have, some of us haven't. People like David in Texas has. People like me in Ohio. I've started. I just haven't been able to really be outside with it yet. There you go, Pepper Rookie. I see you now. Hey, Paula, how you doing? Happy Sunday. So yeah, but I definitely say get the things that you need. Don't wait until this craziness because people are panicking and grabbing all the things and now you can't get the things. Just have the things. You don't have to have a year supply of something. You don't have to. I like to for different reasons. It really isn't just because of things that can happen. It was situations where income in my household was no longer available. So instead of being worried about being able to get certain things, when I would set money aside to kind of stock up on those things so I wouldn't have to worry about it. And it just became a habit, even after the fact. So I still do it. I just got home from my 4-day. Nice. You were at the Soul Family meetup. Liddy B was there. I've been seeing people posting about it on YouTube. I saw Riri. I saw Liddy. That might be it so far that I've seen. I got Lazy Wolf Wind and Rain. Ain't no child, Paula. It's bad. It is bad. What state are you in? Oh, it's cold. It's 54 degrees in Texas today. Dang. My police without a badge. Hilarious. It is perfect sleep weather. That's how the rain is for me. But I haven't been sleeping. I've been doing all kinds of stuff. Today I decided, oh, you know what? I'm having spring fever. I think I'm going to deep clean today. So I did. I went to the store to get the things that I needed to prep for my meals, my lunches this week. And then, of course, I told you I went to Sam's and got those things. Came home, put everything away, started cleaning. After I got done cleaning, I started cooking and got everything. I just realized something I did. Got everything cooked. There's something still in my oven, y'all. It's going to be fine, though, trust me. But I'm like, my my thought was that I was going to turn my oven off when I came in here and just let it sit in there. And the oven's on a low heat, so I'm not going to trip about it. But that was the plan, and it's still in there. Oh well. So I cooked all the things. I am still doing a couple things because I was doing laundry, so I'm still doing some laundry. It's supposed to snow. What? No. Uh. Who said what? No. Who said that? I haven't seen that. T. I ain't seen that. I've been looking and I haven't seen that. Let me see. Girl, don't do that. It's 63 there, Miss Sharon. I'm gonna report you to Sergeant David. I see him. I see him, Sassy. He stay cutting up. I saw we reposted pictures with all of y'all. I saw that. Now I didn't know who you were, Rob, so now I'm gonna go back and look. Um, but I saw her. I did see she was posting a bunch of pictures. Who told you that? T. I don't see that. I see rain. Don't do that. Don't send that this way. Because it could happen. But I don't want it. Oh, 5 and an hour drive is not bad, Rob. In my opinion. 85 to 90, Pepper Rookie. Jealous. Gina ain't no sergeant. She ain't. That's what we doing? That's what we doing on this Sunday, David? Okay. Who don't know a stranger, Riri or Liddy B? Because Liddy B don't. Riri, I don't know. I don't really know her personality like that. Have you met Riri yet? She is Sunshine. Or are you talking about Riri? Doesn't meet a stranger. I know Liddy B don't. Oh, don't you share? No, ma'am. I got faith. Sassy, I ain't studying now. What they trying to do is rattle me, and they can't. They can't rattle me. What they need to do is just concentrate on their own watermelon, because I'm telling you, the amount of y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. Like him and Broke might unfollow me and block me at the same time because I'm gonna be so obnoxious. So I'm adding them and everything. And everything. I think she may grow 6 months this year. I'm gonna be counting. Okay. It was 85 yesterday. That's how my weather is, Miss Sharon. Last week it was warm, and we started getting the rain. I want to say Thursday. That's when the temp dropped. It's 58. Only went up 5 degrees there, Paula. Oh, I'm in my busyness. Hilarious. I always got cheerleaders. Rain mixed with snow tomorrow, And then on Wednesday, I need to look then because maybe I'm just seeing the rain and I'm not reading what they're saying in addition to it. So I will check. Ducking between all these shots. Hey Sophia, how you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. Right, Pepper Rookie. Look, it's serious business out here. It's serious business. David, you ain't even dropped the video talking trash yet. If you have, I wasn't at it. I've seen Hollis. I've seen Broke and the Bull. And then there's mine. Where's yours? You don't want to talk too much trash because you ain't confident. I'm asking for a friend. Hey, Miss Cheryl. Happy Sunday. I'm just saying. Don't be scared. I hope not, T. Hey, my little corner of heaven. Happy Sunday. He dropped a video showing off his song. I saw that, and where he was playing, it had the watermelon seeds he put to wash them off and all that. You talking about that one? I saw that. I mean, I don't know if that was the talking trash. Okay. It's a little weak. Just saying. That's a little weak. But it's good to see that everybody's kind of in that same mindset of prepping and just being ready. You know, Farmer Marshall, happy Sunday. Because we got to be ready. Ain't nothing worse than something happening that, kind of put you in a bind. And, you're one of those people who posting on these interwebs about how showing pictures about how your store ain't got this and ain't got that. Why we waiting? Why we waiting? You got the space, just grab a few things. Have some extra of some things. Don't be counting on those things to always just be available. You should, but you won't. But you should. Everybody should have a chance to win, but they not. Just saying, David. Innocent bystanders. Bubba said, don't be shooting at the innocent bystanders. I love it. I love it. Y'all have to learn. You're going to have to learn to duck, huh? I tried telling my family 4 years ago, and now they paying. Yeah. Yep. So true. People, it's funny because I had people who had excuses for why they couldn't. Just like people who have excuses for why they don't garden. Hey, Mama Shirley, happy Sunday. We just been talking about being prepared. That's the mindset this week. Just prepping and being prepared. And Peppa, listen, you don't want him, because he's pretty good. Just say it, David. But yeah, just being prepared, being ready. Because you don't want to be caught with, trying to get things. Oh, another thing I got today, which was not my intention when I went in there. I saw it Friday and I didn't have room to grab it, but I grabbed it today, some charcoal. And I had one bag left from last year. That's not true. 2 bags left from last year because I keep one in my shed. But I had one in my garage that I had saw. And I was like, I need more charcoal. Because what if I have a power outage? I still need to be able to cook. So I grabbed more charcoal while I was at Sam's. So just thinking about stuff like that. like things that you just don't think about. You know, there was a lot of storms this year so far, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more storms. So just having some things available just in case. If you have a gas grill, that's that's great, but have an extra propane tank just in case. You should have one anyway, but just if you don't, have an extra one just in case. Um, wasn't sure if it was going a good price. What? Oh, I saw 50-pound cubic Costco 17. I don't know that's out of my realm. I don't know who David might be able to speak on that. I don't do the alfalfa yet. Do you have a gas stove? No. I wish I did. So when I bought this house, I tried to have the gas line ran back to the kitchen. Don't ask me why, but because the house has a gas line, but at some point when they switched it over to electric, they cut the gas line in the laundry room. So in order to get it back to the kitchen, they would have to like cut through a lot of either my ceiling and my basement. And one guy, he came out, he even tried looking at a different option of maybe going through running it from where it is through my basement and bringing it, because the kitchen in the not the basement, bringing it through my garage to the kitchen, because my kitchen, like soon as I come in from the garage, I'm in my kitchen. But he was like, he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get through, if it was going, because my house is brick. So he was like, it might be a lot of concrete to try to get through. So, yeah. So, no, the answer to that is no. I would love to. I grew up on gas. I never had an electric stove until I moved out on my own from the house I grew up in. And I've never liked them. Never liked electric stoves. They don't cook even. I mean, you could figure it out. You can, with time, how to, deal with that. But I don't like it. I prefer gas. My dream kitchen has a gas stove. It definitely does. Really, you could have won last year, but we was hating on you. That's what you're doing. Is a learning curve. Yep, going from gas to electric. Absolutely. I did. The funniest thing is, I always had a charcoal grill, and I fell for the hype of the gas grill. And then so when I needed to replace my grill, this was many, many moons ago, like probably 15 years ago, I decided to replace it with a gas grill. I mean, not gas. Yeah, yes, a gas grill. Mm-mm. Now, when it comes to grilling, I don't want the gas. Give me the charcoal, because that flavor is. I was like, nope. So I ended up giving it away to my brother-in-law and got me a gas grill again. Because what? I mean, not gas, charcoal. I don't like gas. Then I got the really big one because I was like, oh, I need the big grill. Had a huge charcoal grill. And I was never cooking on the whole grill. I always only use like one side of it. So I ended up giving that to my daughter and buying me a smaller one, which if you see it, you probably still think it's not that small, but it's smaller than the one I had. So yeah. You have a gas grill? I don't like it. Give me charcoal any day. I'd rather have gas. Yes. And I use wood in mine too, David. I use the flavored wood, like the cherry. I like the cherry and the apple the best. I don't really do the mystique and all mesquite and all that, but the apple and cherry are my favorite. Oh, oh, gas stove, nice. That's why you be cooking over there, Miss Cheryl. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Well, it's free. That's true. That is true. I have no trees though, so I have no wood. I have zero trees in my yard. I don't know if y'all, other than the fruit trees that I'm growing, but y'all seen it. Like if you seen my videos, you see my yard. I have zero, zero, which I like. I don't want any trees. In my yard. It's just it's work. It's a lot of work, and they get yeah no. I just don't. If I had a really big yard though, I wouldn't care. But my yard is small. It's small, so I don't be wanting it. But yeah, so I did make sure I had things like that. Cut down my neighbors. Only when they ain't looking. Now, what's funny is my neighbors to the left have none either, but my neighbor on the right, I don't know if that's in her yard or behind her yard. I really don't know, but there's a tree that comes up against my fence a little bit, and that's them squirrels. They go up in that tree and then they jump over onto my in my garden, and then it'd be a whole thing. Oh, there's a lot of trees in my city. I don't need them in my yard to breathe. I don't need them in my yard for the oxygen. Just saying. I started to take some pictures for y'all because I was riding past where my community garden plot is. My plot is to the very, very back of the park though, but in the front it was so flooded because we've had so much rain. It was so bad. I almost took pictures and sent them to you guys. Feel free to come up here and get some of these trees. There's a lot here, honey. There's a lot. I just don't have them in my yard because it's so small. And I'm sure at one point, I know for sure there was one in the front at one point because whenever they dug it up, they didn't level off the yard in that spot, so it's like a little divot. And so I'm sure there was one in the front at some point, probably maybe a fruit tree or something. But no. David, you're a mess. I saw Sassy ask you, did you take your mess? I'm about not all. I didn't have enough water. I didn't have no more water. Take it with beer. Hilarious. But yeah. So definitely if you have some space, prep up. Prep up some things. Because when I remember when we couldn't find toilet paper and me having people calling me like to complain about them not being able to find it. And if you see any when you're out, I'm not. I'm not out. I have no reason to be out. I'm not. I probably won't see it because I'm not out. I'm in. I'd rather be here. I don't want to be out there with the chaos. So yeah, I didn't need to. I did end up giving some people some things. So because they didn't have or couldn't find, but it was only so much I was willing to, give because I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm having to try to find. Mine used to. It ain't as bad as it used to be, but it probably still do to some people look like a store. But when I used to coupon, I ran it like a store. I used to sell the stuff out of my basement so people would come by and literally walk out of my house with shopping bags. Now, of course, this was family and friends. Hey, Queen, how you doing? Happy Sunday. So yeah, don't look at me. I don't have enough. Listen, for a year in the spare room. Nope. Yeah. I am now for sure because now I have really like talk to the people who did come to me, like, now see what happened. So now you know you need to do this because you ain't gonna keep you it, first time, but second time, no, absolutely not. Me too. I was an extreme couponer. I don't. I stopped couponing probably in 2015 or so, 2015, 2016. But when I was definitely extreme. But then I was able to help people get things that they prefer to use for way less. So because I would get like I would buy the bags of the pods like Tide and Gain and stuff like that for like 50 cents. I would get Dove body wash for like $1. Toothpaste, toothbrushes, mouthwash, I paid nothing for. I was always free. Shampoo, conditioner, always free. Um, Trying to think. Waters, I would get waters free sometimes. Paper towels and toilet paper, maybe $2 for the big packs. Maybe. I was so good at it to where I would first of all I had friends in all the stores with the managers. Like they weren't my friends before then, but when I coupon, I always made friends with the managers, like to let them see that first of all, I'm not trying to defraud you in any kind of way. I am all my coupons are legit. I would come in, I was a frequent. Like every Sunday they knew they was gonna see me. When the new ad came out, first of all, if you're a couponer, you already know you get your ads a week or 2 weeks before they come out. I know y'all wonder how, but they be out there. They either be in the interwebs, and honestly, the stores get them in advance. So I would be able to go to some of the stores and say, "Hey, do you have the ad for such as whatever week?" And they'd be like, let me check. And they would pull them and give me a copy of the ad. So I would be able to pre-plan what was going to be on sale because that's how you coupon. You want to get the on sale stuff to also match up with the coupons that you have so that you get an extra discount. So let's just say Tide Pods are on sale for $4.99 and I have a $2 off coupon, but I also wanted to match up with some kind of promo within the store. So weirdly enough, your best deals on like paper towels, toilet paper, toothpaste, toothbrushes, Tide Pods, body washes are your drugstores, your Walgreens, your CVS's, your Rite Aids. Depending on what state you in, I guess depends on what stores you have. But those are the best stores to get your deals when you're a couponer, not the big stores, not the Walmarts and the um, whatever you guys have. We have Myers, Walmart, Target. I've gotten great deals. Now, Target actually, I've gotten some great deals. I've got, I've got some great ones at Target, actually, especially for cleaning supplies and laundry products. Target. And I did a really good pizza deal one time with them. They had their DiGiorno pizzas. I think we were getting those free. And their air fresheners like the Glade and the Febreze and stuff. Woo! Child, one time we was listen, those was the days. Couponing is a different kind of high. Like when you go to a store and you have $100 to $200 worth of products in your cart and you spend maybe $15, it don't get no better than that. And I'm not gonna act like couponing is easy. It's just like gardening. Anything that's beneficial is work. It's work. So I literally, when I decided I had a friend that I met actually online. I met her when I was doing my Fitness Pal. So I was doing that app to log my food and stuff when this is back in 2011, when I was trying to lose weight. And we met and on there and we started talking outside of there. And she lived at the time, I think she was in Jersey, and she's in Maryland now. And she was like, girl, you need to start couponing. She was telling me some of the things she was doing. And I was like, well, I don't know nothing about couponing. She's like, you need to follow these groups, this, and that. I don't want to follow what somebody's telling me I need to do to get the deals. I want to learn how you do it. So I went on YouTube University, and I think I typed in something about couponing, and I found the Southern Saver, and she broke it down so simply. I literally would come home from work, do whatever I need to get done when I got home, and then I would sit in front of my laptop with my notebook and my pen, and I would watch her and take notes. And then when I felt comfortable, I tried to do my first deal at a store. First time I went, I screwed up the deal. Did I save money? I absolutely did. But I didn't save as much as I could have because I messed something up. So what I had learned as I did it more is that you may go into a store with the intent to get the deal. So say, for instance, this is something they used to do a lot. Men's body wash, for whatever reason, you could always get it for really, really cheap. Like I used to get the Dove Men and the Irish Spring, all the scent stuff, Old Spice, whatever, body washes for like 50 cents, sometimes free. But you're going to go into stores and sometimes you're going to have your thing mapped out like, okay, I got this many coupons, so I'm going to get 10 body washes. If you go in the store and they don't have 10 body washes, that messes up your deal. You have to be able to pivot from that and say, okay, they only got 6 body washes, so what can I work out so I'm going to still get the benefit of the deal that I hadn't planned out in my mind. And sometimes I had to walk around the store to find my pivot. And sometimes I already had a plan in mind. Like if I get there and they don't have this, then I'm going to do this deal instead. So it's work. I used to tell people like, it ain't as easy as me just telling you what to do and you do it. Your mind has to be able to think kind of outside of the box. You got to be able to pivot if you get there, because there's a lot of people in your city that's going to be couponing. You don't notice it when you're not a couponer, but when you become a couponer, you notice it. You see all the other couponers. Y'all see each other. So, yeah. You do have to use coupons for discounts, David, but it's different. It's not the same as couponing. Like, I'm not killing you. How you do it? I had a manager at Rite Aid that was so impressed with my deal. I had like Bounty paper towels and body wash, like all kinds of stuff. And over $100 worth of stuff easily. And when I got done, I want to say it was like $10 or $15 after all my coupons. And she was like, you need to post this on. I was like, I always post my receipts. Now, what most people don't know is I actually do have a couponing page on Instagram. I don't post on there anymore, but it's still there. I didn't shut it down. So if you go over there, you look up, I think my name was Frugal Diva for that page. You can see some of the deals I got. I remember one time Walmart made the mistake. You know, Walmart price matches their website. They used to anyway. They might have stopped doing it because it was making mistakes. At this particular time, because the coupon groups, when they find stuff like that, they post it and they be like, check your stores, blah, blah, blah. They made the mistake of online having their ribs, their slab of ribs, marked as like, let's just say it said $1.50. And it said $1.50 each. And it was supposed to say $1.50 a pound or something like that. I don't remember what the price was. I think it was $1.50. Because they matched their app, even though it was wrong, they sold me those ribs. I bought like 9 slabs of ribs, y'all. And I posted it on IG. I know it's Frugal Diva or something like that. I don't have it linked, y'all. I don't have it linked, and I don't even know. I'm gonna see if I can search it. I don't have it linked to my other yeah, it's Frugal underscore Gina. I mean Diva. Frugal underscore Diva on Instagram. Y'all know it's me because there's my picture. And let me I got the my account private right now. I'm about to change it and make it I'm about to change it and make it public because there's no reason for it to be private. It was before because there's drama in every community, y'all. Every one of them. So I didn't want to deal with BS. So I made it private. My other one was private before too. My Gina versus Gina. Yeah, I don't even be knowing how to. Oh, I'm trying to change it. I'm not logged into it. I just searched it. I'll log into it at some point if y'all want to come over there and see what I used to do. But yeah, I used to kill it out here, y'all. And I still got it. I've done it a time or two since then just to see if I still got it. And I do. But yeah. Oh no. Miss Sharon. She said I need to teach a class. It's stressful. What I usually do though is I tell people, I send people where I went to the Southern Saver. Southern Saver. She's on YouTube and she still posts because I still follow her and she still comes up in my timeline every now and again. But she broke it down so simplistic that I think anybody can get it as long as you don't get convolute, let too many people kind of get in your, head what you should do. Because you would have got $50 worth of ribs. Oh, we cleaned them out. I got all the full slabs, the regular slabs. They had the baby back too, which I didn't know the baby back was in there wrong too, or else I would have grabbed those too. And they had turkeys. They had this was in like November or October or whatever, right? Going into Thanksgiving, their turkeys were on the website wrong. So people were grabbing, like they had wiped their turkeys out. Because they had one of their brands, I can't remember who it was, Honeysuckle or somebody, whoever it was, in there like 99 cents. Because you know how you can get them for 99 cents a pound sometimes? People were getting whole turkeys, 99 cents, cleaning them out. I sure did. Did I flip my hair? I didn't catch myself doing it. But yeah, I don't know if you know how you just something just when it clicks for you, you just know how to do it, but you don't necessarily I don't know if I'm equipped to teach others how to do it, because, and it depends, but most people who want to do it, they want it to come like this, and it's work. It's work. My matter of fact, my friend that y'all seen, that y'all probably haven't seen her many times, but she has been in maybe a video or a short or something at the community garden. That's how we met. We met in a coupon group on Facebook. She was looking for a particular coupon. What up, broke? And yep, she was looking for a particular coupon and posted in the group like, hey, if you're not using this coupon, if you don't mind giving it to, I will meet you, I will do whatever, blah, blah, blah. This was a local coupon group because they have them for different cities, states, all that. And I had it, and she wanted the items because she was giving it to a shelter. She was going to use the coupon because it was making it free. I think it was glucose readers, and it was making them free. And she was like, she has a friend who has a center, and she was going to donate it all to there since she can get them for free. So we end up meeting at a store, actually the store that had the deal. And I gave her the coupons, and we just ended up kind of connected, and we've been friends ever since. And this has been quite a while. Quite a while. But she's one of those people that she knows how to do this, but she don't know how. She's not me when it comes to doing the deals. So a lot of times she would hit me up like, Sissy, I'm at the store and I was going to do this, but they don't have this. I need to figure out how I could do this. And I'm like, I don't want to do that work. Hey, Chastity, how you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. I don't want to do that work. But couponing is a good thing to get into also to kind of level out the expense of all the things that are going on. Use your apps too. Like if you shop at a particular grocery store, most grocery stores have an app, and most grocery stores have coupons. The coupons, most of those are the same coupons that are in the Sunday paper that come as a paper coupon. They have them in the digital form, but in the digital form, you only get one. When I couponed, I would buy anywhere from 10 or more of just those coupon inserts. So people have hookups with the newspaper. I actually ended up having one at one point where a friend of mine's husband was doing it as part-time, and he would just drop me off bundles of the papers. I go through them and pull out all the coupon inserts, but I would usually do anywhere from 10 to 20 at a time. There's people out there who do hundreds of them. I didn't coupon at that level, but yeah. And I was nice enough. Hey, Angela, happy Sunday. I was also nice enough to not be that couponer who cleared shelves. So if I was doing a deal and I wanted a ridiculous amount of something, like one time there was a deal on, I don't think it was the Ziploc, I think it was the Glad zip bags, freezer, and the quart storage and all that. I mean, the quart, gallon, and whatnot. And I wanted hundreds of them. And so I went to the customer service desk and I asked to see the manager. And I told the manager that I was couponer and I was going to need this many, and I didn't want to clear his shelf, and if he could order it for me. And they will do that. He's like, sure. And they ordered it, and they called me when it came in, and I came in and did my deal. And I got my boxes of quart and gallon bags for 25 cents a piece. 25 cents, y'all. And I can't, and so instead of them being broken down individually like they are on the shelves, I just went and picked up boxes because they come in a box when they're shipped to the store. Just saying. So you can always talk to the managers. If you want to get into couponing, always make good relationships with the managers in the stores. Be a frequent person to that particular store, because there are frauds out there. There are people who, just like people will make checks with your account information on it and run through your bank account, there are people who will make fake coupons. And I mean of high value. And they will ring up. They will scan, but they are fake as they want to be. So because of that, stores have a thing about couponers sometimes. Right, Pepper Rookie. I did make friends with my managers. A couple of them had my number. So when things like they would clearance out stuff and things like that, they would call me. Like, hey, we're gonna be clearancing out XYZ. You want us to put anything to the side for you? Or like when deals would go, because our deals here, our store cycle, most of them are Sunday through Saturday. New sales start on Sunday. So I could go in on a Saturday night, put everything I wanted to get in a cart. It would stick the cart in the back storage room. And I come in the morning, grab the cart, and just ring out. Make friends. The only store I didn't like couponing at was Walgreens. Walgreens is not couponer friendly. They did not like couponers. They're couponer friendly for the deals, but they don't like couponers. So they are just nasty people. But CVS, CVS and Rite Aid, they were my favorite. They were my favorite. I used to actually, at CVS, because I would always have coupons to get free shampoo and conditioner, and it wasn't the kinds that I would use. It was the Revlon and it was a lot of brands that I didn't use. Nexus, stuff like that. And I would one of the assistant managers, I would say, hey, do you use this particular shampoo? And she'd be like, I'm really picky about what I use. And I'm like, well, come over here and pick out, so however many bottles I would have coupons for. I'm like, come pick out so many bottles because I'm not going to use them. I used to donate a lot of stuff to the women's shelter, a lot of stuff, makeup, because I would get it free, all kinds of makeup and nail polish and shampoos and conditioners because they were offered toothpaste, toothbrushes, mouthwash, all that kind of stuff. Because the shelter was right around the corner from my office. I would just drop off boxes of stuff. So it's not all about what you're getting for you. You realize that, first of all, you don't need all of the stuff that you're able to get through couponing. It was fun for me when I did do it, and I stopped when it stopped being fun for me. But yeah, I'm telling you, it's a way to stock up. This is the first time I bought laundry soap. And I didn't really need to, but I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need to. So it's like, might as well get some instead of waiting till I need it. Because that's how I do. But this is the first time I've had to get it since I told you I stopped couponing like 2015, 2016. I haven't bought laundry soap. I haven't bought dryer sheets. Still haven't done that. Don't need to. Still have plenty. I haven't bought toothbrushes. Still have ridiculous amounts of that. Mouthwash. I have soap down there I need to give away. I have a whole bunch of Irish Spring soap, probably about 25 or 30 body washes down there. I need to drop them somewhere because they're all the men's scents of stuff. I'm not going to use that mess. And plus, my skin is sensitive. I'm really picky about what I can use, even with the stuff that's for women. I couldn't use Caress. It's got too much of something in it, perfume wise, that bothers my skin. So usually I would use Dove, St. Ives, Olay. Those are the ones I kind of stick with. But yeah. Hey, J3. The JD. How did you know? Oh. Man, Miss Cassandra, CVS is the best. The best. And all the people were always friendly. And I went to probably 3 different ones. It was frequently at these 3 different ones. So they always knew when I came in. I was like, what you getting today? Oh, just a few things. Take some of that stuff to the shelters. I did. I did. Oh, you talk about the body washes. Um, I had to look into that because I always knew where our women's shelter was because it was around the corner from my office. I have to see where the men's is. Now, this is the other thing. I don't know how much of that stuff they still take these days because another thing that my family, hey Jova, how you doing? Happy Sunday. My family used to do. We are big cookers in my family on my mom's side, and so when we have our family reunion or any kind of get together, we do Thanksgiving sometimes as a huge family. So we'll get a big room and everybody brings stuff. And the last time we tried to take stuff to the shelter, because we used to just be able to do that after our function, we would have so much food left, like a ridiculous amount of food. And this is after family members have packed up food to take home. We would take it to the shelter, the Salvation Army that's here, and they would take it. And it would be food for the people who were staying there. The last time we tried to, we had a Thanksgiving family get together. We literally had like 2 turkeys, a ham, roast, all these things that we still had left over after people took food home. We tried to drop it off there. They told us they no longer took it because it enables them. How do you enable hungry people that are homeless? Hmm. Okay. So yeah, they also don't. We used to. This is something I used to do with my oldest daughter. Um, there was a shelter, like a day shelter, where they could just go to be out of the element. So, like when it's wintertime and stuff, they would be able to just be in there. It really didn't. It wasn't a place to sleep or anything like that. They just had chairs and stuff set up, and they could just be in there and be out the cold. And we used to. It was. I would take my daughter with me down there, and I would take like cups, the noodles that come in the cup, where all you need is hot water. I would take a whole bunch of those. I would take peanut butter crackers, um, like quick stuff like that, little snack stuff, like stuff that, like most of them could go into a McDonald's, which was not far from where this shelter was, and ask for hot water, and they would give it to them, and then they can make those noodles. Um, and then one of my coworkers who told me about it, because she was the one who, her church would go down there and hand out coffee and hot chocolate and oatmeal in the mornings. And I was like, oh, I was like, great. I'll bring Destiny down. We'll come down and do that. And we went down every Saturday in the morning, and I started bringing things that I would hand out. And they don't allow that anymore either because they said that enables them as well. We took our coats. We did a kind of like we put something out there, like anybody have old coats in their closet that they're not wearing that's just sitting in the closet, to bring them in. We just took a whole bunch of coats down there, and handed them out to anybody who needed a coat, stuff like that. But yeah, that's the country we live in, where we're enabling those who don't have. I don't get it. I don't get it. So they don't allow that anymore. That's been a long time since we were doing that. Mind you, I said I did that with my oldest, and she was like 5, 6. I think we did it up till she was about 7 or 8. But I wanted her to do it with me because I always try to show my kids that there's, never complain about what you have, because there's always somebody who has less. Be grateful for the things that you have. I cannot stand an ungrateful person. I can't. Somebody who just feels like they are that they are supposed to have things. It's like that ain't how the world work. The real world don't. So it doesn't, Miss Sharon. I don't get it. And yesterday while I was doing my hair, I was watching a series that to keep me engaged. It's something I watched already many times, so it wasn't a new series. But I like the show Criminal Minds, so I just started watching episodes of the show. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I was watching it on an app that my daughter has, which is kind of like a cable app. It's called Philo. So there were commercials in between. I was like, why is there commercials? But there's this commercial kept coming on about donating to feed these hungry animals. And I was listening to them, and I'm like, and I get it, because I love animals, especially dogs. And I'm looking at it. Of course, they're showing there's there's cats, dogs, everything, but they're mostly showing the dogs, and you could see like where you could tell they've been hungry, because you could see the ribs. But I'm like, I'm listening to what they're saying. It's like, we need, your donations. These dogs don't know these pets or animals don't know when the last time they had a meal, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is what humans are going through. Like humans, like everyday people. I mean, there's some people who are living in that car because they have nowhere else to be, and they have a family in that car, and they're just making it work. I'm like, wow. But we're enabling them by giving them food. It's just interesting to me. It's very interesting. Be ye humble. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I still do this. Hey, Tia. Happy Sunday. And this is an idea for somebody in case it's something you want to do, because I see homelessness in every state that I've gone to for a conference. I always, in some states are worse than others. But I haven't done it in a while. I need to probably start doing that again, because I used to do it all the time. I would have those gallon size Ziploc bags. I would fill them with stuff like that, like the cup of noodles, crackers, maybe some kind of like fruit cup and stuff like that. And then I also would put in there like little toiletries, maybe a small bar of soap, and a brand new washcloth and things like that. And when and I know I've been in other cities and seen other states and seen it. I'm not sure it's everywhere, but I know here you'll see somebody on the corner with a sign where they're saying that they're hungry or whatever. Some of them don't. Some of them say, they want money. They don't want food. But if they're somebody who has a sign like that and they're saying that they're hungry, I would absolutely pull over and give them one of those. And I used to keep them in my car so that if I ever saw someone who said they were hungry, I would have one to give them. In most cases, they were very grateful to get it. Hey, Pink Hibiscus, how you doing? Happy Sunday. It's just a thought of something you can do, and they would just be in my car. And when I see somebody, and and I also would put a lot of water in there. Yeah. Just saying. And back then, when I was handing out the little cups, when I first started doing them, I think they were only like 15 cents or 20 cents a piece. Now I think they cost a little bit more. But you don't want to do the packages, because then they got to have something to put it in. That's why I did the ones that were already in the cup, because that just makes it easier. But yeah. And I've seen some people on social who drive through neighborhoods and hand people a they'll make a whole bunch of sandwiches and they'll ride through where the homeless is usually at, and they do it all the time, so the people recognize them when they come through, and they give them a sandwich, and they'll have like a bag of chips and maybe a fruit and a drink, a water, and hand it to them and just ride through and till it's all gone. Just saying. I don't have a lot, y'all. First of all, I don't want y'all to think that, oh, she got, I don't. I don't. I am an everyday person like everybody else. I am not over here rich and all that, but I know I have it better than a lot of people. I'm not hungry. My bills are paid. So, I can do that. Guess what? Instead of me going out to eat that I don't need to do, I can pick up some things that can, help somebody get through another day. Just me. I know enough single mothers to give away all these extra collars too. That's right, Peppa. That's right. Listen, I'm always trying to teach them. I feel like, and this is something I even tell them: give a man a fish, you'll eat today. Teach a man a fish, you'll eat a lifetime. I'm gonna teach you how to garden. I'm gonna teach you. We're gonna plant that seed. But you do all right. That's right, sunshine. That's right. I do okay. And I'm frugal. Why y'all think I put frugal in so many places? I am really frugal, y'all. I don't be one to part with my money. It's just who I am. Thank you, Angela. Hey, Tien. How are you? Happy Sunday. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know. I am I don't know. I don't like to see people suffering. I don't. Give them veggies, also a pack of seeds. Bags. Bags. And then oh, thank you, Chastity. I do believe that. I do believe that. That's why I don't worry. I don't worry. I'm like, I don't know. I just know that there's people out there who don't have as much. And I remember when I bought my first house, my oldest was 9. No, she turned 9 that year. I bought my first house in 2006. She was turning 10 that year. Actually, she was 9. And I had a 3-bedroom house. It was just me and her. And the upstairs had 2 bedrooms, and the main level had a bedroom. So her bedroom was upstairs, and the 3rd bedroom I had set up as a playroom for her. So it had all her toys in there. And when I tell you this room was full of stuff, because her grandmother, it was not a thing she wouldn't buy this kid. And that was when the Bratz dolls were a big thing. And there was another one that was similar to Bratz that was a big thing. But she had like the mall, the Bratz mall, the Bratz this, the Bratz that, the house, the Barbie, all the Barbie stuff, the Barbie house, the Barbie cars, the Volkswagen Beetle, all the things. But she really wasn't playing with that stuff anymore. And so I remember one day I was like, you don't really play with your toys like that anymore. Let's go through them and donate some of them to the Salvation Army, and some other little girl can possibly have these things and enjoy them. And y'all, my baby gave away everything except she kept one doll. She had a life-size Bratz doll. She had the Yasmin one, and that's the only thing she kept. She said, I was like, you don't have to give everything away. She's like, I don't want it. I don't play with them anymore, blah blah blah. She let all of her stuff go. So we packed it all up and I took it down to the Salvation Army and they were excited. They were like looking at all this stuff because I put it in totes and I was like, my daughter, she had all these things, but we went through them and she said she wanted to give them all away. So, and I always just pray that they actually let that stuff go to the floor so that somebody can purchase it and not just kind of take it and give it to their people. So, um, yes, honey, Pepper Rookie be over there freeze drying like a mug, like a mug. I got some freeze dried cabbage from Pepper Rookie. Hey, Carbon, how you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. So yeah, and she's still my daughter is still that way. She still um will give, in those ways. But I'm like, you she's also frugal. I'm unfortunately put that if she's worse than me, y'all. I thought my daughter is worse than me. I'd be like, girl, now you just doing too much. And she'd be like, I ain't trying to spend money on that. So she is worse than me, but she will help somebody if she sees a person in need. So that's a good thing. I don't raise them to be taken advantage of, but I also raise them to know that there's somebody out there that's not doing as well as you. Of course, there's people out there doing better, but we're doing okay. We're good. We are good. True. That is true, sunshine. Listen, I be like, and I've never been a person who I have things that I like that are like a thing, like a brand or something, but not very many things. I've never been that person who's like, oh, I gotta have the new this and the new that. And, mm-mm, mm-mm. I never have. Even when I was young, it wasn't a thing. No, I just never have been that person. I wonder how many people got stuff they're going to use in 2 years haven't. Did you just judge me, Miss Cheryl? I might have a few things. Actually, I'm not even close to as bad as I used to be. Now I'm just purging and getting this stuff out of here because I ain't touched it. Um, but I have been that person. I am a kitchen gadget junkie. I love kitchen gadgets. Mind you, I like to cook. So things that make that process like move smoother, or maybe it gives me another function that I could do myself that I don't have to pay somebody else to do. I had a meat slicer at one point. I had to have it because why wouldn't I want to be able to slice my own lunch meat and stuff, right? I don't mean the knife. I have one of those too. No, I had an actual meat slicer where you. The problem was I never even took it out the box, and I had that thing for probably 10 years. And finally, I was like, I'm never going to use it. I ended up giving it to my brother-in-law. But yeah, I used to be really bad with the kitchen gadgets. I'm much better now. Much, but I was really bad. Oh, I definitely got a crock pot or two. But they're not the same, Pepper Ricky. One is big and one is smaller. So I had to have two. And one I didn't pay for. My aunt gave me one. It's the big one. And then the smaller one I bought. So it just depends on what I'm cooking, to which one I use. Gotta have two, right? I'm not as bad as no, I really am not. I got rid of a lot of stuff. Actually, yep, I got rid of it. I was gonna say I used to have a never used it, a smokeless electric grill. Child, you name it, I probably have had it. The Griddler, I've had, you name it, I probably had it. Don't judge me. That's my kryptonite. Not anymore, but it used to be a kitchen gadget. Hey, Cece. Uh-oh. Did you say something to me, Miss Cheryl? That you were judging me? Is that what you see? Now, if you use, it's different. I had a bunch of stuff I wasn't using. Griddle pans. I had an electric griddle and I had griddle pans. I had a bunch of that. I want griddling stuff like that. I got rid of all that. Did I say hi, CC? I think I did. I use all my gadgets and appliances. I don't. So now they are with purpose. The things that I actually do use, I do have. Even if I don't use it like all the time, I know that I will use it. Like my KitchenAid, I don't use my KitchenAid all the time, but I use my KitchenAid. Purse making stuff. Who making purses? You be making purses, Miss Cheryl? You love gadgets too, CC. I am recovered. I seriously am. I am recovered. I do still have two crock pots, but I use them. And they are two different sizes. That's why I have two. I do have, now I have the pressure canners and stuff, but I use those. I do have a regular pressure canner that I had, electric one that I had that doesn't can jars. Is just not a canner, pressure cooker. Not a canner. I have two pressure canners, but I have a pressure cooker as well. And I use it too. Especially for something like greens. Child, I could put my turkey legs in there and they be done in way less time than I would cook them any other way. My smoked turkey legs. And then I pull all that meat off and I got it from my greens. And then I put my greens in there and they cook down really fast. Child. Mm-mm. What would you think, Jesus? Some David stuff I want and have to wait to get into retirement. What did I name that you gotta wait for? Pressure canner? Yeah, they be costing for sure. For sure. But you can get one before retirement. I'm just saying. But yeah, that was my thing. So guys, people who came in a little later, the mindset for the week is being ready. I say that because there's a lot going on. And I was talking to, I'll say it since she's here. I was talking to Carbon Friday, and she was running errands, just taking care of some stuff, grabbing a few things just to be good, like not have to worry about getting these things. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go when I get off of work and get a few things, that I need. But y'all know I already tend to prep, so I already have things, quite a few of the things that I need that I use on the regular. But yes, Peppa Rookie. I just know, first of all, more than likely the prices are going to start rising on some things. So things that you're using on a regular, especially if they're, something that can be sustained on a shelf. Now, mind you, most of the stuff I was picking up was household, toiletry, stuff like that. It wasn't food. but just being well stocked on some of those things so I don't have to worry about it. Just be ready with those things that you and your family use on a regular. Don't wait. If you can. I know everybody doesn't have it to go out and buy extra of stuff, but if you do, do that so you don't have to worry about it. If you have the space, if you have a space in your house where you can have a space just to kind of stock up on some things, do that so that you don't have to worry about it. Because, yeah, I'm telling you, my example I always use, and this is 1000% truth. When the pandemic happened, your girl didn't have to leave for, I didn't have to leave at all, honestly. I left when I could, when they, because my job didn't, we still was going into the office. Some of us, actually, it was just our management, but I didn't have to be in nobody's stores. I have an upright freezer that I keep well stocked. I have um, shelves in my laundry room that I do keep stocked with some stuff. And I used to coupon, so I also have that kind of stuff. Like I was saying earlier, this is the first time I've had to buy laundry soap in almost 10 years. So, yeah, I have had to buy body wash. So, yeah, I don't know if I said that earlier. That ran out a while ago. So, I've been having to buy that for a while now. But, yeah, um, all my laundry supplies, this is the first time I had to buy any of it. I don't have to buy cleaning supplies. I was just looking at in my little cabinet down in my basement, and I was like, I still have plenty of cleaning supplies. So yeah, and that's going for my couponing days. That's not stuff that I just have stocked up on recently. But like today, I went and got my freezer bags, the gallon and quart size. I went and got laundry pods. I went and got, I did get toilet paper and paper towels, even though I didn't need to, but I always just like to have plenty. Waters, got waters and Gatorades. I got some other stuff. I don't even remember. It'll come to me. I don't remember. But if you can, um, oh, that traffic was love. Absolutely. If you can, definitely stock up on something. Don't wait. Nope, I haven't. To go back to it, CC, no. Mm-mm. I still will do it every so often just to make sure, not to make sure, just to show I still got it. Oh, I know y'all probably heard that, but my neck needed to crack. I felt it. Oh, anyway, but no, I don't. I don't. It's a lot. I could tell you now, I don't know how couponers who do YouTube do both. Because I do follow some that do coupon and they'll show, I mean, they coupon and they'll do YouTube to show what they, did. Now, mind you, they don't post that often either, though. I think Coupon Star does, but I don't know if anybody else that I follow do. But yeah, it's a lot. Coupon in itself is work. Just saying. I do that too. I want to stay on my game. Facts. Facts. I just be wanting to see if because I was telling them earlier, I'm like, you with couponing, you go in there with a mindset of what you're going to get, but sometimes you get in the store and they don't have enough of what you need to make your deal. So you got to be able to pivot. You got to be able to figure it out so that you still walk out of there spending that little bit of money, and you know, but you're getting, you know, the items, some items that you need. And that honestly, you know, couponing is almost like prepping, because the thing that they tell you a lot of times when you talk to people who coupon, you don't coupon for what you need now. You coupon for what you use. So you don't wait. You don't, it's not like where you know that you're out of milk and you're out of eggs and you're out of bread and you know you got to go to the store and get those things. So you're looking to see if you have a coupon that can give you a discount on those things. Yes, you want to do that, but that's not what couponing is. Couponing is buying laundry soap when you already got 5 or 10 laundry soaps, but you're buying it now because you're getting it for $1. So let's get it now at $1. We're still using the other ones as we should. And now we're going to get some more so that we're not paying $10 like most people because we got it for $1. So it's not for buying things when you need it at that moment. You're buying stuff that you know that you use well before you probably need it. Hey, that's my heart. That's my art. Happy Sunday. Hey, Precious. How you doing, sis? Happy Sunday. But yes, you was in that garden, girl. I love it. Right. You may not, you may get tomato today. Yep. Tomato sauce today and 2 weeks later, pesto. Oh, pasta on sale. Yes. 100%. That was another thing, like pasta and pasta sauce. Oh, yeah. Like sometimes free for pasta. Because if it was that on sale for 99 cents, sometimes. So yeah. But nope, I don't get that itch anymore. That moment in my life passed. It did. It got to the point it wasn't fun for me anymore, CC. Like, of course, getting a deal and all that is still like, yay, when I do it. But I used to just be like, I used to get up at the crack of dawn on a Sunday, grab my coupons from my coupon uh, person, my little connect, and hit the ground running because I already knew what I was doing. Because I already had all my deals written out. Because you got to plan. You got to plan your deals. So I used to plan my deals, and then I would write off to the side other deals that were in the store just in case something wasn't available that was in the deal that I wanted to make. So yeah, I've been trying to figure out a way to back seal spaghetti. Does it crunch it? Are you do like if you put it in like long wise and then vacuum seals it across the top and when it sucks out the air, it's crushing it? Or are you doing thin spaghetti or regular? Hey Shelly, happy Sunday. I would think that it would work. Thank you, Shelly. I just retightened this stuff. It's still a little tender. Yesterday, all day yesterday, because I'm not a loctician. I'm just somebody who's frugal and I don't want to drive an hour away to get it done. So it crushes it to bits. I never tried, but I didn't know that. No, it's not cooked, Peppa. Have you tried not cooking it all the way, just al dente, and then doing it? But you want to put it on shelf. Question. Well, then it wouldn't get all the air out. I was gonna say because my vacuum, I have the bigger one, um, that has like the extra piece where you could suction out from jars and bags and all that kind of stuff. But mine, um, I can control it. Like when it's suctioning to seal it, I can I can push my seal button when I feel like it's suctioned enough to my liking. Have you tried that? I don't know if you have that one though. I have a bigger one. Maybe don't cook it all the way down. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But if you want to be on the shelf, then that wouldn't work. You would have to freeze that, I would think. Don't give me the line. Back in the garden, back in from the garden. I'm so jealous of everybody who's able to be out there already. Yes, for long term storage. What about I don't know how helpful that would be, but what about the food grade buckets? And just have a bucket full of the spaghetti noodles. I don't do mine in the buckets, but I do my rice that way. I have it in the food grade bucket with the oxygen absorbers. I do that with my flour and my rice. I don't do it with sugar because I don't buy much sugar, so regular sugar anyway. But I do it with flour and I do it with rice. I gave up. Don't worry. Oh yeah, Shelly. Oh, y'all. I finished my hair. I kid you not, at like 12 something midnight. It was like 12 something last night. And would you like to know when I started? Now, mind you, I did a not a lot in between. Most of it I was really doing just the locks. But I did. My grandson came over for a little bit, so he came over in the morning. And so he wanted me to bake him some breakfast, so I did make him breakfast. I made her breakfast when she got up, and then I went and grabbed dinner after that, like way later, like 5 o'clock, and that was it. The rest of the time, I was literally watching my show, locking these things up, and what the problem was is I waited. I waited way too long. I had to do way too many rotations all over. So I mean, I had like 3 inch, probably 2 to 3 inches of new growth. Unacceptable. Actually, it was at least 3. So yeah. I have a lot of spaghetti and pasta in boxes. So it's my shelf stable. I've never had an issue with mine. When I couponed, I used to have ridiculous amount of boxes of them, and it took me years to use that stuff. It was never an issue. No need to be jealous. I'm not planning yet. Oh, expanding and redesigning the beds. Video coming soon. Yes. I did clean. I have been able to do stuff like clean up and stuff like that, get it ready. I just got my retwist. But I like interlock. Yes. I do prefer when I'm not doing it, but now that I have done it, this is my second time. The saving of about $150 is worth it to me because y'all see all this hair, so you could only imagine it takes hours for her to do it. It takes about 5 hours for her to retie. So um, thank you. That's my art. I get excited when I don't mess it up too bad. I ain't gonna lie. There's a couple, more than a couple. We ain't gonna look too close. Um, there's probably like three, maybe four, where I accidentally connected two locks to each other. Can't feel any of them, but I know I have some in here because I didn't do it this time. I did it the first time. So this time I was more careful not to do that again. And I had some of them where I was able to separate them. So, but I didn't do it this time. The first time I did it though, I had some that was locked together. Oh, there's one. I can feel it. So like that's two locks, but it's together. Yeah. I don't know which side I pulled that off. So yeah. I have a couple of them in my head like that. No, the ones I could not separate, I just left them because I was like, if I keep messing with it too much, I'm probably going to pull the whole freaking lock out. So the woes of doing your own hair. That's what I would think, Cheryl, is shelf stable because it took me years to go through mine. I had so much. It is, Queen. I'm noticing that. I talked about getting it cut once, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, she said by the time she finished studying, we started getting listen. I should have broke it out into days though, instead of trying to do it all in one day. Um, yep, 6 to 8 yes. It wasn't even that long in between. It was probably two months. I don't think I could ever go 6. It was bad though, because I was seeing how like when I was pulling it back, it was like all fuzzy up here. Oh, it was bad. Ah, Miss Sharon, I think even if yeah, I think it'll be fine in storage bags in the bucket. I don't even think it's gonna be a matter of if you're starving. I think that they will be fine. Honestly, you have so much hair, we can't tell. Good. You can't see the imperfections. Is that what you're saying? Perfect. Um, I used to think my hair was thick. And I saw, child, that part. And yeah, I used to, my feelings used to get hurt when I was young, like teenage. And I would try to go to a beautician because most beauticians did not want to do my hair because it was so thick. And I ended up, I went to I don't know if everybody has these type of schools, but it was a vocational school. So like a career school, kind of for high school. And so they had a cosmetology department. And one of my friends from the neighborhood was in that department and she loved to do my hair. And she was good. So I had all the styles. And she would charge me $5 to do my hair. I would go over her house after school. She'd do my hair. So she kept my hair done for like my, I think she started in my junior year. So my junior and senior year. Mhm. That was because before then I had to do it myself if I wanted it done because nobody would want to do it. Um, hey, Burner Girl. Happy Sunday. Yeah. I mm-mm. I used to listen. I would do it. I learned how to do all the things, the French rolls, the um I didn't know how to do finger waves or anything like that, but I did do the French rolls and stuff, the buns, stuff like that. But yeah, I found my person My junior year, she was a junior too. We lived in the same neighborhood. She was like a 5 minute walk or so from my house. And I would go see her. Now this is the other thing. I am not that girl who's y'all know how they say sleep pretty when you get your hair done? That's not me. No ma'am. Yeah, I already know I'm not a night owl. I'll be going to bed. And I'm not gonna sleep pretty when I go to bed. Let's just go to bed. So I was having to go probably every week because my hair gonna get messed up. Cause I ain't sleeping pretty. Who doing all that? Yes, we have those here too, the technical colleges. And I went there a couple times, but most of mine was with the friend. Those beauticians we had when we were younger were so one day one told me you need a perm. I've been perm free for about 25 years now. That part I learned to walk away from rude people. Me too. I listen, I don't like people playing. Don't play in my head. I'll do it myself before I let somebody mess it up. But yeah, I agree, Precious. And they are rude. And I mean, that was mostly high school because after that I started doing it myself. Most of the time I just wrapped it and wore my hair just down. But I was permed then. I didn't go natural until 2011. And really it's funny. My mom passed in 2008. But way before she passed, I remember telling her all the time, I would have visions and dreams of my hair natural. And it all in all these visions and dreams, I dreamt my hair was in these afro puffs. Like, and I was like, but what if I go natural and my hair don't really be puffed like that? Like I wanted the puff, like I wanted the afro or the puffs or a pony, like a puff ponytail or something. I wanted it to be puffy. And I was like, I'm scared to go natural because what if my hair doesn't do that? And just so y'all know, my hair did that. 1000% this thick stuff did that. It was so puffy. For sure. My cousin used to sleep with her head hanging. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. The puff is not overrated. It is. It is a lot to detangle. That part. Now that part is true, but it is not overrated. I love my puff. I'm not a pretty sleeper. I learned to love my natural that part and make. Yep, that part, Precious. Listen, because that is not me. I'm not doing all that and all this and trying. No, you wake up all messed up because you. I think I did it the first time I got my hair done. I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Because that ain't what I'm doing. I wish I had went natural earlier, Queen. When I first started thinking about it, I wish I would have done it. And not only that, when I first started thinking about locks, I wish I would have done it. Haven't I thought about it. I had a friend that I worked out at the gym with. Um, her and a couple people from her office would come over to our building to work out in our gym. And we ended up, it was like our little lunch crew of people that worked out. And she had just got sister locks. And her hair was a lot shorter and thinner than mine. But I loved the locks. And by the time, probably by the, because when the pandemic hit, they ended up being remote. It was her hair had grown out so much and they were just so pretty. And but she had to go to, where in Ohio, I want to say she went to Indiana to get them done. And I don't mean like right just crossing over into Indiana, because I could get to Indiana certain parts of it in maybe like 30 minutes. But no, she was probably, I think she said it was like 3 hours for where she went. And she ended up, it was a 2 day process, which for me it was too when I finally got them. But my person lived in my city. But yeah, I'm like, and then when she told me how much it was, I was like, because it's an investment, the startup. And even in the beginning, you get your reties more often because once you put it in that style and the locks, your hair seems to want to grow really fast in the beginning. So it took a while before I was only having to go every 6 to 8 weeks. But yeah, I wish I would have did it sooner. I do. Well, not all of them. I knew. Yes, Miss Cheryl was a beautician. We're not talking about all of them, Miss Cheryl. Clearly not, because the young lady that I was going to, she actually ended up being a beautician. And if she had already mastered doing, first of all, this is the one thing. Don't be scared of the thick hair because the thick hair is going to make doing the other people's hair much easier when you know how to deal with that. And even I had beauticians before I went natural that only did natural hair, like worked with customers whose hair was natural and to keep it healthy and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we know all of them are. We definitely know that it was worth the drive for her. It would have been worth the drive for me too, but I was like, I had I had, I think by this time I had 2 kids. So I'm like being away from home and having to stay overnight, and then the expensive that, and then it's already an expensive thing to get, and then to have to go back for your reties. That was the other thing. I was like, ooh, that's a lot. So having somebody who was here was much better. I agree, Miss Cheryl. It definitely holds better. I never knew stylists that ran from thick hair. I did. I absolutely did. Or they wouldn't run, or they would always say something that lets you know. Like they would be like, "Oh, girl, your hair is so thick." I know, I know it's thick. I don't need you to tell me that. So yeah, that would just irritate myself. Um, man, time, so I have to go. Oh, have a good night. Go get that meal. Take the meds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did, Miss Cheryl. That would drive me nuts. But I'm like, okay. Or you have those people who would think it wasn't your hair, not beauticians. Like I would always have people say, "Is that your hair, or is that a wig?" And I'm like, "It's my hair." It used to make me so mad. But yeah, you get all kinds of different stuff. And I went through a wig era with all this hair, y'all. I went through a long. I think I wore wigs for 3 or more years because I really didn't want to cut my hair and stuff like that. I had all these different things in my head when it came to my hair. Like I had my first, I guess you could say, real boyfriend really liked my hair longer. So I wouldn't want to cut my hair because he wanted my hair long. And I was like, what? Once I got older, I was like, that was so dumb. Like, I am not my hair. So I have cut my hair off multiple times since then. I mean, y'all, I had the teeny weeny afro. I did the big chop. But I actually loved it. I loved it. So yeah. And my hair was real. Yes, that drives me nuts. I can't do wigs. They make me too hot. They do. They do. That was my way of having different styles, Precious. So when I wanted short, because my hair wasn't short, I would buy the short wigs and I have my hair wrapped up under it with the little cap and be able to wear short hairstyles. Or if I wanted color, because I want color in my hair, I could do the different colors. Now I didn't do crazy colors, but I would do like the honey blonde or the it usually was the 33. If you buy hair, you would know the colors, but the 33 or the I think the other one was 28. They're kind of like a blondish color with the, and I always did the two tones, so it would be the 1B plus the other in there. But it gave me, that. Hey Rashida, happy Sunday. You did the big chop in 08. I did mine in 2011. That was the first one. Yes. And then you guys know, I still don't have hair on the side or the back. So it's shaved all the way around. All the way around. You just can't tell when I wear it down. But when I wear it up, there's no sides or back. And there never will be again. Not doing it. And it's still this much hair. It's annoying. But I'm not doing it. So if I had those, it'd be worse. Thank you. Thank you, Tia. I never did the big chop when I went natural. Some people don't. I didn't like the two types of hair. So my new grow, my hair is thick for one, but my pattern is very curly. So I have very curly hair. Even when I did the locks, I struggled for the first year because when your hair is transitioning into locks and you get your hair is growing out, for me, not for everybody, because I used to tell Lydia all the time, her locks always stayed very neat and all that. Mine would have my little curly hairs would be popping out all the time. And my loctician was like, you gotta trust the process. Just trust the process. And I did, and it worked out because now they don't do that anymore. But I hated that. So my curl pattern is very curly. So even when I did my puffs, my hair, when I would like try to gel it down, it would be waves like all throughout it because that's how curly my hair is. It would never go straight. So yeah, very curly hair. And I think that comes off my dad's side because all of my aunts and my grandfather's hair was very thick and curly. So yeah, I think that's where that curliness comes from and the thickness. Yeah, I loved my TWA though, TLC. I would just be getting a shower in the morning and be able to wash my hair every day. I didn't wash it with shampoo, but I would do the condition like a co-wash every day. Every day I could feel water just run through my head. I loved it. I loved it till it got long. When I had a big puff, like Shia Sunshine said, the detangling wash day was a day. For real. It was like me retying these locks yesterday. It was a day. That was excelling. When I did the big chop, it's the 7. Long being long or short. I love being long and short. Me too. I like them both. I do. I the long is more versatile for me. So I could play with it more. I could do more things, of course. So many different looks. But I don't mind either way. I don't. It's something liberating with the short. It really is. When I did the chop, it definitely is something liberating. And I remember when I did it, my ex he was not happy about it. And I was like, you don't run my hair, sir. Well, I didn't sign up for that. You do not control my hair. I don't say how you cut yours. But yeah. 2 textures was a nuisance. Yeah, that's why I chopped it. Hey, Serena. Happy Sunday. All right, y'all. Y'all see I've done went well over 2 hours, but our intention, seriously though, intention for the week, be ready. Let's be ready. Prep in any way that you can for those things that you use on a regular. Have it on hand. I know we get into garden season for those of us who garden, so you're going to be fine, with those type of things. But don't just think about the food part of it. There are things that you use daily: toothpaste, deodorant, soap, um, things that you use for your dishes. Dishwasher tabs or uh, dish soap. If you don't have a dishwasher, your trash bags, toilet paper, paper towels. Think of all those things and try to, grab them if you can and have a little, excuse me, stock of it. That way, if those prices really start to hike, it doesn't hit you too hard, because you're not having to go out there and deal with that at that moment. Just saying, prep. That's right, Precious. Be ready. Because I don't know. Yeah, listen. The crazy egg price might be the precursor to other things. Just saying. Just saying. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great week. Hopefully this rain stops and it warms up in Ohio. But for now, it is what it is. Y'all who can garden right now, enjoy. Enjoy Cali. Enjoy Texas. Enjoy Georgia. I'm sick of it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good week. I will see y'all. Oh, Wednesday. Y'all come see me Wednesday. I will have Nina Della Flores on here. She's a 2A instructor. She's a firearms instructor in Arkansas, I believe. And she's going to come on and talk about firearms and pregnancy because she is actually in her last trimester. She actually is due this week. But we set it up. She was like, "Girl, set it up. If baby girl come, we'll reschedule. If not, we're gonna be live." So she doesn't do content over on this side, I don't think at all too much. If she does, it's maybe hit or miss. She mostly is her presence is mostly on Instagram. And since she's been pregnant, it's been less and less, and that's to be expected because she's, fully pregnant. And plus we'll talk about that, but she's not shooting at the moment. It hasn't for quite a while. And we'll talk about what that experience is like, what changes needed to be made, and all that kind of stuff with being pregnant. All right. So come see me Wednesday night, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Thumbnail is up. If you want to hit it to set a reminder, but come see me. All right, y'all. Have a great week. Hey, Casey. It's at 6 p.m., Serena. 6 p.m. Eastern. Hey, Lala. I know you be in the bushes, girl. I appreciate you, sis. Have a good week, everybody.